慧眼识人，选中一家公司是关键。公司发展起来之后，如何在合理的时候退出，同样也需要决策。
And what's your exit strategy?
So as an angel investor, I invest now, and it's going to take 5, 8, 10 years for these companies to exit. It's very long term. That being said, I think we always hear about WhatsApp and Instagram and these billion-dollar valuations and IPOs. The reality is 88% of tech acquisitions happen under $100 million, and they don't get disclosed.
作为 Facebook 的天使投资人 ，Peter Thiel 获得了高达15000倍的回报。徐小平曾投资聚美优品，4年内获得了数千倍的回报。人们因此很容易形成天使投资回报率很高的错觉。其实，投资回报往往取决于创业公司的发展状况。由于初创公司具有很多不确定性，不少团队本身也缺乏经验，很多创业公司都会犯错。
When I see companies make mistakes, they think that early success is going to be demonstrated as future success. And so an example is if you're thinking about a B2B company where you're selling directly to clients, and originally your success rate is 80%. Out of every 10 CEOs I talk to, 8 of them buy my product. And then you ask why, and they're like, oh, well, I know these people. And you realize that's not a scalable process. And so that 80% success rate goes to a 10% success rate. And I think entrepreneurs who don't realize that early success, you can't just multiply that by 100, and that's what's going to be your success. You really have to think thoughtfully about how you're going to grow.
曾经投资过 Uber 的美国著名种子基金 First Round Foundation， 曾经对他们投资过的300家种子项目公司进行了一次回顾，发现了一个有趣的现象。拥有女性创始人的创业团队比全部为男性创始人的创业团队优秀63%。然而，2014年，美国创业公司中只有不到40%的创业者为女性，而这些创业女性在争取投资时，也只有4%获得了风险投资。这在很大程度上与美国的创投环境为男性主导有关。
I remember when I started a company with a male co-founder, and we would have client meetings. More often than not, a male client with my male co-founder essentially having a one-on-one meeting, forgetting that I was in the room. Or bringing a male intern into a senior level meeting with me because I wanted him to experience what was going on in that meetings, and having people assume that he was my boss.
We have to work harder. We have to demonstrate, faster results, better in places that I can see. Sometimes men receiving funding or running a business or building a team that is not really very good, but they have their network and they're being judged in a very different way.
Do you feel as a female angels you are facing some kind of difficulty or you are having more advantages?
I think it goes both ways. I think the nice thing is that I'm memorable. I think people remember me because I am one of the few, Asian American women in the room. But then, funny things happen as well. I sometimes get asked by founders, oh, where's your money from? What does your husband do? And so I definitely think in the beginning, I had to maybe prove myself a little bit more. I don't know that men have to prove themselves in the beginning. One thing I have noticed is that this happens a lot with women, that they'll have made 2 or 3 investments, and they're like, I'm not an angel investor, I just wrote a couple of checks. Whereas a guy writes 1 check, I'm an angel investor, and he puts on his LinkedIn profile. So I think part of it is like the confidence gap, the imposter syndrome of just acknowledging that I am an investor. And I think that women are really, really good at building networks. They're not as good at leveraging networks and asking for something.
商场如战场，女性们常常势单力薄。为了帮助和鼓励女性投资者们 ，Angela 于2012年吹响了女性天使集结号，创立了女性天使投资人组织 37 Angels。她联合了多位资深投资人，定期举办训练营，为报名加入的年轻天使授课，给他们提供投资指导和建议。目前，他们已经投资了25家初创公司。
They learn how do you source deals, so where do we get these 2,000 companies? How do you diligence a company, especially when they have very few customers? How do you value a company? When someone says, I'm worth $10 million, and then what happens after the investment in the Series A, in the Series B, and so forth. So that's the educational boot camp. At the end of the month, you invest in your first company.
Well, in the boot camp, I think it really just gave me the framework in which to analyze these companies. As I said earlier, I did publicly traded companies, but there's a lot of pieces to analyzing these, seed stage or very early stage companies that you don't think about when you have a publicly traded company.
Does 37 Angels have a goal, like how many companies to invest in a year?
Yeah, 10 to 12 I think is our goal. We want to be investing in a good number so that we're getting some diversity, but not so many that, because that way you can ride out the swings in the market as valuations go up and down. And then for us, we want obviously to be activating more and more women into the space.
Are you happy with currently the career opportunities female got in technology and investment world?
I started 37 Angels to educate and train women to become angel investors. I think it's actually a great time to be a female in the startup space, in the STEM space, and the technology space, because I think there's so much being talked about the gender gap. There's a tremendous amount of support.
如何权衡工作与家庭这个问题，困扰着不少有完美主义倾向的职场女性。她们既想出色完成工作，又想打点好家庭事务。身兼多职的 Angela 在作为老师、投资人以及女性创业者的同时，也是一个幸福的妻子，在忙碌的生活中快乐地履行着作为妻子的责任。对她而言，家庭责任不是负担，而是力量的源泉。
在采访37 Angel 的时候呢，我的眼前不停地浮现出过去采访过的一个个女性创业者的形象。我记得呢，在做第1季创业美国的时候呢 ，The Grommet 的女性 CEO Jules Pierre 就曾经告诉我在创投圈不但很少能够见到女性，而且呢，女性创业者当中能够拿到风险投资的只有4%。这个数据呢，在过去10年都没有发生变化。但是努力没有停止过，和2014年相比呢，我们看到女性创业者已经增长了7%，而相信未来改变还会继续。我们会看到更多的优秀女性呢，打造出自己精彩的一片天。在节目结束的时候呢，还要最后感谢一下我们的赞助商，上 Amazing 课创 Amazing 业。感谢收看由 Amazing.com 赞助播出的第3季 Amazing 创业美国，我是一佳。下期再见。